Right now, whatever you keep trying to control is the exact thing asking you to let go. This week, July 26th through August 1st, a Sun-Pluto opposition drags your quietest powers struggle into the light, and Wednesday's full moon in Aquarius forces the question underneath all of it: where do you actually belong? This isn't a gentle week, but it's an honest one. Here's what it means for your sign. And if you know your rising sign, read that one too. Aries and Aries rising. The full moon in Aquarius lands in your house of friendships and long-term dreams. And it's about to show you exactly which group you've outgrown. Picture yourself in a chat you used to love, watching a message come in and feeling nothing. That's the week. With the sun opposing Pluto early on, someone in your circle may push a little too hard, and every instinct will say burn it down. Don't. Retrograde Neptune is asking a quieter question first. Are you still here because you belong, or just because you always have been? Set the boundary. Keep the friendships that survive it. For Taurus and Taurus rising, the pressure sits between your house of career and your house of home. Picture your phone lighting up with a work problem right as you sit down to dinner, and both sides wanting all of you. Early in the week, the Sun-Pluto opposition may turn that into a real standoff. And with the Sun meeting Jupiter, one small comment from a boss or a family member could balloon into something much bigger than it deserves. Wednesday's full moon may bring a career weight you've been carrying alone to a head. And with Uranus stirring your house of money, don't make an impulsive purchase just to feel in control. You don't always have to be the steady one. Gemini and Gemini rising. Your mind is loud this week, and Mars in your sign is squaring Venus, so that noise may leak out as impatience with the people closest to you. Picture yourself explaining the same point for the third time to someone who was never going to hear it. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on is daring you to turn a difference of opinion into a power struggle. Don't take the bait. Wednesday's full moon in Aquarius lights up your house of higher learning and travel, and a piece of news or a bigger truth may finally land. Retrograde Neptune says don't buy the promise someone's selling. Trust your own read of the facts. This week, Cancer and Cancer rising, the full moon in Aquarius falls in your house of shared money and deep trust, and is going to make you name what's actually yours. Picture someone sliding a bill across the table that was never supposed to be split, and the exhaustion of almost saying yes just to end it. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may bring a real fight about joint finances or a shared responsibility. Don't agree out of sheer tiredness. A warm Sun-Jupiter alignment in your house of income could bring more money in and a stronger urge to spend it. Keep the budget grounded. Protect your peace. For Leo and Leo rising, the Sun and Jupiter are lighting you up while Pluto sits directly across in your house of partnerships. And this week that standoff gets personal. Picture yourself shrinking your own good news so the person across from you doesn't feel small. Wednesday's full moon lands in your relationship house, asking whether you've been dimming your light to keep the peace, or whether something has quietly run its course. The Sun-Pluto opposition wants a power struggle. Choose radical honesty instead. As you stop making yourself smaller, the relationships that were only working because you did will show themselves, and the right ones will stay. Virgo and Virgo rising, the full moon in Aquarius falls in your house of health and daily work, and your body is about to hand you the bill for a schedule you can't sustain. Picture yourself lying awake at 2 in the morning, tired in a way sleep isn't fixing. The Sun-Pluto opposition early in the week may bring a quiet control struggle at work to a head. A project may finally finish, or you may finally admit you can't carry all of it alone. With the Sun and Jupiter working in your private house, an old realization may surface, so try not to pick at a wound that's already healing. Delegate, rest, breathe. Libra and Libra rising, the full moon in Aquarius lands in your house of romance, creativity, and joy, and is asking a question you've been avoiding. What actually makes you happy? Picture yourself saying yes to another group plan while the thing you truly love sits untouched at home. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may pit a social circle's expectations against your own heart. You may walk away from a group that no longer fits. Jupiter is opening doors socially, so don't overcommit out of guilt. Keep your feet on the ground, and choose the rooms that celebrate who you actually are, not who you perform. This week, Scorpio and Scorpio rising, the full moon in Aquarius falls in your house of home and family, right as the Sun and Jupiter push your career into the spotlight. Picture a promotion-shaped opportunity landing the same week a family issue demands you show up at home. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may turn that into a real tug-of-war between your public ambition and your private life. A long-standing home decision, a move, a family conversation, may reach its natural end on Wednesday. Resist the urge to control every detail. Steady your inner foundation first, and the outer world tends to follow. For Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, the full moon in Aquarius lands in your house of communication, and a conversation you've been circling finally comes to a point. Picture an old misunderstanding with a sibling or a neighbor that you've both been politely stepping around for months. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may force the deeper pattern underneath it into view. Meanwhile, the Sun and Jupiter in your house of big ideas have you dreaming far ahead. Just don't promise what your Tuesday can't deliver. Let go of needing to be right. Stay flexible when the schedule shifts. Let the bigger picture rearrange you. Capricorn and Capricorn rising, the full moon in Aquarius falls in your house of money and self-worth, and it's about to bring a financial decision to a clear yes or no. Picture two people quietly deciding who really controls a shared account, and the pressure to give in just to make it stop. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may trigger exactly that struggle over joint resources. Don't make a rushed, emotional call to escape the tension. The Sun and Jupiter in your house of transformation can bring a real financial solution. Just read the fine print. Rebuild your sense of your own worth, and set the money boundary you've been avoiding. Aquarius and Aquarius rising, the full moon lands in your own sign, and you are the story this week. Picture yourself finally stepping out of a room where you've spent years being who everyone needed you to be. With the Sun and Jupiter in your house of partnerships opposing Pluto in your sign, someone close may be expanding while you're being asked whether you lost yourself somewhere in keeping them happy. Wednesday's full moon brings a personal breakthrough, a closure, a clean line under an old way of living. Communicate with empathy. Hold your boundaries without the power play, and let the people around you meet the new version of you. For Pisces and Pisces rising, the full moon in Aquarius falls in your house of rest and the subconscious, and it's asking you to finally put something down. Picture yourself carrying a mood home from work that was never even yours to hold. The Sun-Pluto opposition early on may bring an overloaded schedule or a quiet conflict with a colleague to a head, while your body begs you to slow down. The Sun and Jupiter in your house of wellness give you real energy to fix your routine. Just don't take on more than you can hold. Set a gentle boundary with your time, and treat rest as the actual work it is. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. The stars don't decide your future. They simply help you see it more clearly. Until next week.